Martin, you're going to talk to me about when the National Conference on Strokes. You're going to maybe just explain a bit more to me about that.
I will indeed, Stevie, and thanks very much for the opportunity. I mean, a stroke is a very serious event in anyone's life. You know, it's when there's an interruption of blood supply to the brain and to part of the brain, and that can be from a blockage, you know, which we know is a clot or a build-up of plaque, and it can also be from a blood vessel bursting in the brain.
And what are the symptoms, Martin?
Yes, I suppose the symptoms that people should look out for, there is the FAST acronym, you know, that we use. F is for face. So if there's any change to the face, to the eye or to the mouth, you know, if there's a dropping on either side, that's one of the symptoms. A then is for the arms. If you can raise both your arms up over your head.
Or if there's any stiffness coming through?
Yes, straight away you'll see whether you can use one of the arms or both of the arms, you know, and that's one of the symptoms. And then S, the speech. Speech, of course, is a key one, and that's when there's interruption to the speech. You know, the speech might be slurred, or you may not be able to get words out or whatever. And then T then is time to call. Then it's a medical emergency, so it's time to call straight away. And I suppose what we would say to people, Stevie, is not to let any time elapse. You know, it's such a medical emergency because the brain, you lose brain cells straight away. And
early intervention, so Martin,
yes, early intervention is critical. If you want the brain to replenish, or if you want to make a good recovery, you need treatment straight away. So it's not something to say, sure, I'll see how I am in an hour, or I'll see how I am in the morning. Don't do that. It's straight away.
Martin, what would you say to anybody that's living on their own?
Yes, particularly, I suppose, straight away is to pick up the phone, is to ring. You know, very important, I suppose. And if you're having difficulty, to try and get to somebody. You know, if you can't get access to a phone or whatever, see if you can try and get contact with somebody, because it's very important if you're on your own and you're suffering from a stroke and you're disabled in some form or other. So it's important, I suppose, that people would seek help straight away.
999?
999 is critical. Ambulance straight away, because the sooner you get into hospital, the better. I mean, treatment straight away is of the utmost importance. And you know, some people would be concerned and say, oh, well, what if it's not a stroke? What if it's only just a bad headache or whatever? You're better to err on the side of caution. You know, always err on the side of caution. And medical professionals will be much happier to see you coming in and being examined and saying to you, look, you can go home, it's okay, rather than you being left at home.
Martin, it's all happening, as we say. I'm just going to zoom in on it here. Cashel Palace Hotel.
Yes, we're having a national conference on the 20th of May, Monday the 20th of May at the Cashel Palace Hotel from 9:30 until 1:30. And we have, as you'll see there on it, there are a number of professionals. There's Professor Joe Harbison, who's a stroke physician with Trinity College and St James's Hospital in Dublin. And there are a number of other guest speakers and stroke survivors who'll be telling their story. And I think what I'd like to say to people is, you know, you don't have had to have had a stroke or anything to go to this event. It's open to the public. And you'll get a lot of valuable information, you know, medical information as well. You'll see the exoskeleton, which is here on the leaflet that's in front of me. This is the Dublin City University exoskeleton. And this is a wearable device, you know, for people that maybe have suffered some kind of paralysis or whatever, that helps them to function, helps them to walk. And they'll be able to come and see this demonstration and hear about it at the Cashel Palace. But what we're saying to people is that you have to register, because we need to know how many people that we've to cater for and everything. So people have to register. They have to go on Eventbrite which is a social platform. They go on Eventbrite, look for National Conference of Stroke in Cashel and register on that. And if you have any difficulties, get in touch with myself, drop me an email or whatever. I'm at martinquinns@aircom.net, and drop me an email if you're having trouble registering, and we'll make sure that you're registered.
Martin, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work, and thank you again for joining me.
Yes, indeed, Steve. You would just say the closing date for registration is the 13th of May, Monday the 13th of May. So
at what time?
It'll close at, I suppose, 5 o'clock on Monday the 13th of May.
Normal business hours.
Yes.
Martin, thank you again, and we wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, Stevie.